RiseMag.com.
ShinkouCon.
Just thick. You remember that guy? Yeah, he was big, wasn't he? There's a machine in there, you know, the multi-weight machine. He's just benching that, the whole thing. It's a very, very large guy. So in case you're wondering, my name is Todd Haberkorn, because there are people that might be thinking this is a real estate symposium, and I'm going to tell you secrets on how to flip a home. That's not going to happen. I guess presently, hopefully what you would know me from is Jadeite and Sailor Moon is a fun one. Death the Kid and Soul Eater. Great. And let's see what else. Hikaru and Warren High School Host Club. We've got, gosh, Natsu and Fairy Tale. And then there's Alan Walker from D. Gray Man. There's Cararo from Sergeant Frog. I'm looking around the room because I'm looking at the, Charon in Pokemon. And also, I think I'm allowed to say this. Surely I'm allowed to say this. Tierno in Pokemon, if that episode's aired yet. He's a cool character. Let's see, I'm looking around. Oh, Druid, yes, from Black Butler. Druid. And there's, Italy from Italia. Oberon from Sword Art Online. And then Spock from Star Trek Continued. And Spocklava. What's that? Blood Lad? Yes, Blood Lad and Kill la Kill is another one. I can't talk about it. There are two big shows that stuff's coming out of it, and I wish I could talk about it, but I can't. But so there's a lot of fun stuff. One thing that I would like to do before we kick it off here. No signal. We'll fix it. One thing that I would like to do is read you guys a story, if we could. It's hooked up to the HDMI. But anyway, so while we're getting this all figured out, I want to read you a story. Oh, there we go. Thank you. I want to read you a story called "That's Not Your Mommy Anymore." Yeah. We've been enjoying this since yesterday. It's awesome. Very cool. And we're going to have a pull-up contest a little bit later, so get ready. But this book is called "That's Not Your Mommy Anymore," a zombie tale by Matt Mogg, illustrated by Aja Wells. So this is the cover. It's not your mommy anymore. We're going to read a little bit throughout the panel. Mommy has the kindest eyes. Mommy likes to bake you pies. Sweet. It looks like an apple. Oh, it's two different pies. It's apple and cherry. Mommy sings the sweetest songs. Mommy lets you sing along. That's a nice mommy. Even when you're really bad and do something to make her mad, Mommy never stays that way. And soon enough, she lets you play. Even when you're clearly getting dirt everywhere, and that doesn't look like dirt. It's organic. But if your mommy's acting strange and going through some kind of change, If she doesn't seem like she did before, maybe that's not your mommy anymore. And when this happens, you must go. Here is how you're sure to know. When she bites the checker at the store, that's not your mommy anymore. When she's clawing at the kitchen door, that's not your mommy anymore. When her face looks like an apple core, that's not your mommy anymore. Nope. When she's shambling across the bedroom floor, that's not your mommy anymore. When her voice sounds just like Daddy's snore, not your mama anymore. That's not your mommy at the park. That's not your mommy with the shark. That's not your mommy in the rain. That's not your mommy eating brains. That's not your mommy down the hall. That's not your mommy at the mall. South Lake Mall, I'm talking about. That's not your mommy over there. That's not your mommy everywhere. So when this happens and you're sure, quick, fetch the flashlight from the drawer and run and hide like never before. Cause soon there'll be on every shore a stinky, ghoulish, undead core. It's true. Ebola, it's happening right now. From every entranceway they'll pour, sounding out their moaning roar. I've seen it. With skin so pale and eyes so sore, just like in horror movie gore. Left 4 Dead 2, anyone? I'm gonna save the very last page for later. Save the last page for me. Actually, I have ways. Let's see. I'm gonna call up some stuff here that I want to show you. Oh, I know. I did that on Pointless. I want to show you guys something that. Well, let's see. We've got kids in here, so I'm gonna start off with this because I like it. Hold on. I think this is the cutest thing. Load up. Oh. We got a AV. Where's my AV crew? You know what? News team, assemble! Anchorman, nobody? Okay. So this is in a world. Okay, let me adjust the volume. Is he be rolling the puppies? Look at them playing. That mommy's having a good time. And the dad's like, I thought we were gonna have one. I thought we were gonna have one puppy. Look at that mama playing with those puppies. Ah, they're all following her around. The dog's name is Subscribe. But anyway, let me adjust that volume again. Hey, Jen, on that mix board, on the far left side, there is a slider for aux. I'm gonna play a tune that reminds me of someone that we all know and love. And when I play that tune, no, hold on, don't download. When I play that tune, I'll tell you when. I want you to increase the volume until we get some good volume. Is that okay? Is that cool? Is that cool? I need it. This is like you're sitting in an exit row. I need verbal confirmation. Is that cool? No. Yes? Thank you. Okay. This is a song that I often think of, because there's a voice actor that I'm often associated with, and this song makes me think of him. Okay, turn it. See, that's not right. Just go into the speakers. Thanks, Jen. That's all I needed to know. We need to find those AV guys. Go find the AV guys. Where's Loki? He needs to leave the Avengers alone and worry about getting sound fixed for Ramencon. Thank you, Jen, for playing that. But anyway, so when I'm not recording, what I do is I try to make myself, for like 30 minutes every day, a little bit longer than 30 minutes, I make myself not work. And I make myself like, because what happens is, I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but when I'm not doing panels and things, I'm recording and doing other things in my room and sending work to LA or Texas or wherever I'm recording. You know, in Michigan, I have a project right now. So I'm always working, I'm always doing things, I'm always traveling. For example, was this last week? Let's see. Maybe it was last week or 2 weeks ago. And it was the same because it happened last week too. So this is just a little sample of what my schedule's like. On Tuesday morning, so I was in Texas recording on Fairy Tale. Tuesday morning, I had to fly back to LA for my afternoon recording session. So I made it right in time with enough time to get to my recording session. That night, I had to fly back to Texas because I had an on-camera job the next day. So this is Wednesday. So I have an on-camera job. I finished that midday. I have just enough time to get to the airport to go back to LA because I have recording that goes on that next morning. And then I did that the next morning, Thursday. And then that Thursday afternoon, I flew back to Texas to do another gig that Friday. So I've just mentioned 1, 2, 3 flights in 3 days. That's my life every week. And so it's pretty crazy. So a lot of times what happens is people will reach out and contact me through various social media outlets and things like that, and I don't. I can't reply to everybody, and so people sometimes, I'm just throwing that out there in case you've reached out. It's hard for me to respond because I'm constantly traveling, and I have emails from producers and actors that I have to coordinate and this and that, and so there's a lot going on. So I throw that out there in case, because I know some people have contacted me. But what I'm going to do, and tell me what you guys think of this. Would you guys think it would be okay if I did a series of videos where we take questions and gifts that are sent to me, and I don't even read them until the video? Yes. I have about six presents, I hope they're presents, I don't know what they are, that are sitting off to the side waiting to be opened, but I was waiting until I was going to make a video series about this, and so I just wanted to see if that's cool. Okay. All right. Oh, play some jams? Okay, let me play some jams and get this figured out. Let's see. Fairy Tale? Okay, Fairy Tale. Oh, there it is. I have it. It's loading up. Here we go. And it's awesome. We also have what is this from? Anyone know? No, not yet. No, yeah. No. Okay, cool. Thanks, Chris. So we've got audio, good. So now I'll play something else. If you guys were at the panel yesterday where we were on the couches, how many people were there for that? Okay. I'm gonna show you what Tatum was talking about. He referenced a Crest commercial. This is that commercial.
Alert the troops! They're protecting Toothopolis with some new gel. They must be out of Crest. Attack! We make Hoarding team!
Heavy creep! Emperor now! Emperor now!
A new gel as tough as Crest.
It's great tasting Crest gel with Fluorostat. You creeps!
Repelled by Crest gel.
You'll love the flavor.
Why you fight cavities?
With new Crest gel.
Taste great! Whisk! Whisk!
Brushing my teeth is never that fun. Just FYI, yeah, that doesn't happen that way. Just to also let you guys know what I do when I'm not voice acting is I also do on camera stuff and I also produce. I mentioned that I had a production company and such, and so at my studio we've recorded things like Hatalia, and we've recorded Attack on Titan there. We've recorded Borderlands 2 there, and I've recorded a lot of stuff for Fox and stuff. And I also started working, doing kind of producing for this this little marionette puppet theater, and this is a commercial that I just did for them actually. Just shot and wrote this and blah blah blah.
When was the last time you saw something live? Not on a movie screen or on your TV, but in a theater where you experienced something right
So this is a little
in front
puppet
of your
theater
eyes.
where that guy is awesome with marionette puppets.
Some of the best memories can't be downloaded.
That show is The Little Mermaid going on right now. Oh, that's a killer clown. I was about to explode with blood everywhere.
Come to a place where the fun is always in 3D. And sure to be exciting for the whole family.
In the back there.
Geppetto's. Live smiles wanted.
So I do stuff like that. So I'm constantly doing things and working on stuff, and I'm very very fortunate that it's in the entertainment industry. And how many people in here want to go into voice acting or anything like that?
Like right now, we can't.
Okay, I see. Very cool. There's a convention that someone has created for me called Habercorn.
It's only
And that is taking place November 14th and 15th in Texas, right by Funimation. If you get VIP tickets now, it enters you into a contest, and the winner will get a fully produced voiceover demo working with me. So I will do that with you. So that's why I was curious. And that's a voice actor's calling card. We're also gonna do a streaming option. You can buy a different ticket, and if you can't make it there, doesn't enter you in the contest, but you can stream to your computer the convention, because we're gonna have cameras set up and they're gonna be streaming in HD and all that cool stuff. But day one, we're zip lining. We got zip lining going on. We're gonna do voice actor lip sync battles. I'm gonna be doing a full band concert there the next day. On drums will be Tyler Walker, who's the director for Fairy Tale, and then Chris George is on bass, who's an engineer and voice actor at Funimation. So it's a lot of fun. It's pretty cool. We just announced Joel McDonald as a guest, who is Meow in Space Dandy. So he'll be there, and yeah, it should be a lot of fun. So if you're curious and you want to get a voiceover demo produced by me and work with me on that one, then we'll be there at Habercorn. For people that do want to go into voice acting, because a lot of times in every panel I get asked two things. One thing I get asked is, do I ship Natsu and Lucy? And the answer will always be no, I ship Natsu and Plu. Deal with it. But the second question is always about voice acting, like how do I get in and how do I do this? And so all I can tell you is that I can't tell you. I can't prescribe that for you because I don't know you. That's like a doctor, that's like you walking into the doctor's office and you're like, Doc, cure me. And the doctor's like, well, I don't know anything about you. I don't know what you have. I don't know what ailments you have. Have you broken a bone? Have you done this? What's wrong with you? I don't know. So I can't give you advice because I could give you advice that totally doesn't fit for your personality. You know, for example, see that guy holding the keys right there? Who's fast asleep snoozing? Maybe voice acting's not for him. Maybe working with the Sandman is for him. Creating different types of sand Like sriracha sand, maybe? Maybe silly putty sand? I don't know. He's working with the Sandman right now. Who knows what they're talking about? Wonder if I could like launch, no. I wonder if I could find something to launch into his, I need something that would really go far. It looks like he's having great dreams though. He looks very peaceful. Sir, if you're having a great time with this panel, say nothing. Thank you, that's fantastic. Oh no, that's okay, let's let him sleep. You know what, a lot of times, this is what I like to see actually. When you come to conventions, everyone wears a badge of like, oh, I got 0.4 minutes of sleep all weekend, yay me. That ain't cool. Your body's like, dude, I'm always there for you every day. What are you doing to me? But for voice acting, yeah, I can't prescribe anything for you because every path is different. How I got into it is different than how Chris Sabat got into it, is different than how Vic Mignogna got into it. And so what I will tell you is, the best thing that I can tell you is get an education. How many people are in high school right now? How many people are thinking about college? How many people are definitely going to college? How many people are not going to go to college? Okay. Well, here's what I'm going to tell you. A college degree is the new high school diploma. When every story you hear about a successful high school dropout or someone that just has a high school education, for every one of those successful stories, there's about 1,000 others where that's not the case. So what I can stress to you is education. I almost went to LA without going to college. I just was gonna go. The thing about college is that you can make mistakes there, and that's how you learn. You're learning and you're making mistakes, and you're allowed to. When you're out in the real world, especially in the entertainment industry, and especially in Los Angeles, you make one mistake, you're out. Because there are about 1,000 people behind you that are ready to do the job. So you need, why would you not absorb everything you could? So when I went to college, you know, and there are grants and scholarships and all that stuff that you can get. But you think you may want to be a voice actor, but what if you start doing it and then you discover you're like, you know what? Maybe I want to be a director. Maybe I want to be a writer. Like Tatum writes for shows. Maybe I want to be a writer. Maybe I want to be an audio engineer. But you're not going to know that stuff until you try it and educate yourself about what goes on with those things. And you try it. And you may discover, you may come right back around and go, voice acting is what I want to do. Or you may go, man, this is not what I thought it was. I want to do blah, and you go do that. But college is a great place where you can make mistakes and you can build friendships that are going to last forever. Forever! I learned so much going to college, and I'm so glad my mom made me, because my mom was like, if you walk out that door to go to LA right now, at 17, you're on your own. But if you go to college, I'll pay your way. And so my mom paid my way. She paid for college, and I'm so grateful for that gift. My college was like, you know, $170,000. I mean, she was like, I'll take care of it. That's a gift. That's a strong, strong gift. But you know, there are scholarships, like I said, scholarships, grants, all that kind of stuff. Work during college. The reason I say that, the reason I stress education is because everyone's like, how do I get into voice acting? And what I feel like a lot of people are asking, if you're sitting in here and you're asking how I get into voice acting, I don't really believe you're serious about it. Because there's something out there in that thing right there called the internet. And it's got 1,000 panels about voice acting. It's got 1,000 people teaching voice acting. And if you haven't been there first, and you're coming in here to ask about that, then you're not serious about it. You know what I sacrificed to go to LA? I have a little boy who's gonna be 10 years old in 2 weeks. I moved 1,235 miles away from him to go to LA. I left all my Funimation stuff. I left all my contacts, everything that I was working with, and started over in LA. That's me. And I've got a resume. And so I still had to start bottom rung. So if you think you're gonna go out there with no education and no contacts, and you're just gonna make it, the percentage of doing that, you better buy a lottery ticket if you're able to pull that off. Because that is awesome! But I'm telling you, but seriously, I'm telling you, education is the way to go, man. Because that's where you can find out what you really want to do. And you build lifelong friendships. When I was in college, when I got out to LA, because I went to SMU, it opened up doors for me. Because other people went to SMU. And when I went out there, they let me surf, crash on their couch while I was looking for a place. Simply because I went to SMU. And that's the stuff that can happen for you. There are people that have sacrificed so much to go out there. You hear those stories all the time. I was living in my car, I was eating Spam, went out to LA and just happened to hit it. But that story is so rare. There's so many people that go out there, nothing happens. So many. So why would you arm yourself with as many tools as you can get? And one of those tools is education. And I know you're sitting there like, Todd, that's lame. I want to get into voice acting the fun and adventurous way. Sorry, kids, this is the way. You gotta do the work. You gotta roll up your sleeves and do the work. I work about 70 hours a week. About 70 hours a week in production. And so, because it looks like, we just come to cons, have a good time, and that's it. No, that would be awesome. But it's a lot of hard work. And so, anyone that was about to ask how I get into voice acting, that's my first advice. Go to school, get an education, find out what you want to do, and then realize that it's going to take a lot of work to get there. Because everyone wants to be in the industry. And not just you that want to be a voice actor, you've got people like Bill Hader from Saturday Night Live who wants to be a voice actor. You've got huge celebrities that are starting to see voice acting's where it's at. I want to do that. We're not all Patrick Stewart. We can't say, I want to do voice acting, and then all of a sudden he's doing it. So you're not only competing with people that have been to college to be a theater major, you gotta think about this. You wanna go be a voice actor in LA or New York, which are the major markets, with no acting education beyond high school and whatever experience you had. When I was in college for 4 years, every single day, day and night, I was studying acting. So who do you think has a better shot when they go out there? The person that was studying acting nonstop for 4 years, every single day? Or the person that goes, it's about 12, I'm gonna get on the road and head to LA. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I mean? It's training. You're training yourself. You gotta get that acting chop in you and get it going. So talent will get you in the door, and being nice, and true skill with your craft and being a nice, likable person will keep you there. But it's a crazy, tremendous path that takes a lot of dedication. I mean, I've been in the acting industry for over 20 years, and it's just within the last 8 or 9 that something's been like, you know what I mean? But before that, I was busting my hump, training, doing gigs, all that kind of stuff. Hey, girls that are leaving, go to school. I love it. You're gonna go to college? Peace be with you. So that's my true advice, because I could sit up here and tell you, oh, well, here's how you get into voice acting. Ain't got time for that, and you don't have time for that. I'm giving you the real answer because that's what you want, right? Right? That's what you want. This is the answer. Is this cool? Does anyone have any questions about voice acting now? Yeah. Absolutely. It applies to anything. If you want to be, it's like someone, okay, perfect example. We were at Phoenix Comic-Con and our driver picked us up from the airport to take us to the convention. And he goes, man, I've got a deep voice. I've been told I need to get into voice acting. Man, you know what I would love? I'd love to wake up and be in my pajamas and do an hour or two of voice acting, just stay at home. That's what he thought voice acting was. An hour or two? Because he had a deep voice. You know what? You know what? I've got a pen and I have hands. I should be an artist. I've seen a lot of paintings. I've seen a lot of pictures. I could do it. That's like me saying, I've been around the Japanese language for 8 years. I speak fluent Japanese. You know how much Japanese I speak? You can fit my knowledge of the Japanese language into a shot glass. But you've been around it for 8 years. Don't you speak it fluently? Hell no. If I went to Japan, I'd be dead. Or a crime lord. One or the other. But so anyway, anyway, that's what I wanted to address, and I went on that long thing about college because it's so important. And because I saw, I mean, parents, how many parents are in here? Did you see how many hands were like, I ain't going to college? You see how many hands there were? That's freaking depressing. I'm gonna tell you another story, because I'm fired up. Here's another story. I come from an immigrant family. My mother did not speak English when she came to this country. She came to this country, she was 17 years old because the Vietnam War was going on, Saigon fell, and 48 hours before it fell, bam, she gets on a boat to head over here. She had $20 in her pocket, didn't speak English. She spoke French, she spoke Vietnamese, didn't speak English. Had nothing. She had to work in a sweatshop. If you think it's rough waiting in registration lines for cons or waiting in lines at Disneyland, that ain't nothing. We're talking sweatshop. Not thrift shop. So she worked and she goes, I don't like this. I want to be a doctor. Wait a minute. Hold on. This little 4'9" woman who doesn't even speak English, not even from this country, has $20 and is working in a sweatshop. She wants to be a doctor. That needs to be made into a fantasy movie because that's right up there with Labyrinth. That ain't gonna happen. But what she did was she started working in a restaurant as a waitress and started saving her money. Oh, side note, I was born. And so she was having to take care of me by herself, working in a restaurant, saving money. Well, then she applies to medical school and she gets in. So she's working in a restaurant, raising me by herself, going to medical school. Now remember, this is an immigrant woman who didn't speak English. Her English is getting better. She still has a little bit of an accent now. But then fast forward years later, she's one of the top pathologists in the nation. Okay? She never has to touch a sweatshop again. And she was able to take care of my education. She could take care of the educations of 10 kids. There's only me, so yay. But the reason I am so fierce about education is because you have, this is what blows me away. And it actually kind of makes me mad. You have such education and such opportunities available to you. And my mom had to come from another country, sneak in, doesn't even speak the language, has no money, no opportunities, and she made her own and became a doctor. So what is your excuse? Why would you not go to college? That is silliness. And I would spank your booty with a giant hand the size of this room if I could.
No.
All right, I'm done with that. It just makes me mad because my family, that's where they came from nothing. And they created absolutely everything through hard work and education. So I gotta support it. Is that cool? Okay. And if I see one of you kids that says you're not gonna go to college and I walk into your house and you got a PlayStation 4 and you've got Battlefield 4 up there and you're a level 200 and you've been racking 45 hours a week, I'm gonna spank your butt. Well, if they got into college and they're a game programmer and they're playing video games for research, that is awesome. Anyway, so I hope I covered the voice acting questions for you. What other questions do you have? Yes! Do I ship Italy and Germany? No, I ship Italy and the fat version cat of Germany. I love fat cats. I know it's not healthy for them, but I love it. Eat up. Biscuits and gravy. The cat's like, I don't even like it, but I'll eat it. This is meow-tastic. Oh, speaking of cats. Okay, let's see. Let's find a fat cat video. Fat cats. World's fattest, top 5 world's fattest cats. Here we go. Let's see.
I am so nervous right now.
That doesn't look like a cat.
They were riding in Nissan's most advanced ultimate race car.
That's how I get to the studio every day. I have a pit crew.
With 270 horsepower. I'm the space lady.
That's right.
World's Fattest Cats Top 5. Number 5, unnamed.
33 pounds? Wow. That cat ate all the other cats in the neighborhood. Wow. That may be a little too big.
Number 4, Sassy.
40 pounds. Wow. Ah! That's not a... What is it? Oh, that's its tail. Look at that cat.
Number 3.
That cat's like, hold me back! Looks like it's got udders like a cow.
Number 2.
43 pounds. The small of some, that's the size of some children. Oh my God, food! That's it. That's right. 50 pounds. That's a crime scene. Wow. Wow. The dead bodies they're investigating are under that cat. They just gotta get the forklift in to lift it up. Have you guys seen that show, Hoarders? Okay, so that's a show that, so I do audiobooks also. And, oh, that's the other thing. If you sign up for Haberkorn, you get a free audiobook that I just did. Anyway, but that's only for the first, like, 20 people that do it. But, oh, so, well, it's gone now. I'll give you one. Just sign up. I'll give you one. So, Hoarders, there was a guy that was working in the same studio as me right before me that is, like, kind of the known guy for cleaning up hoarding situations. And so, like, he talks about how, like, he goes and he investigates the property, and they call him out, and he goes and he looks around, and he says there's this one house that he went into. He went into a couple. He's been everywhere. One house, like, there was a dead body underneath stuff, like they just didn't even know. And then there was one where he said that the walls looked like they were moving because it was all roaches. And he said that they had to put cotton in their ears and stuff like that because it was raining from the ceiling, and like spiders and stuff like from Lord of the Rings. Not that big, but you know. That would be funny if it's like, and it just turns around the big spiders there. And then he but just the stuff that goes on in these houses is absolutely crazy. And so now I'm hyper vigilant. If I see like a stack of coasters of more than 3, I'm like, gotta make a new stack. Can't have 5 coasters sitting on top of each other. That's a hoard. And so, man, it's crazy. Anyway, next question? Yes. Oh, that blue Snuggie that's in the booth. You know what? I asked when the last time that thing was washed. I don't think I got a clear answer. Do I have anything that gets me into character? No, because on my way to the studio, I'm kind of getting warmed up. Anyway, I mean, I've been behind the mic for over 10,000 hours, and so like it's when you just get into a mode, you just boop, you lock it in. It's kind of like Miley Flanagan with Naruto. She's done like 400 episodes of that show or something. I'm sure she's tired of it by now. I mean, Naruto's great and all, but I mean, can you imagine doing 500 episodes of that every week? And it's like, okay, what's going on this time? You know? But I don't know, because like with Fairy Tale, we're doing 175 episodes. I'm still having a great time. But see, but we take breaks. Like we do a little bit, and then it'll be weeks, and then I'll come in. Like she does it every single week, and so I'm sure she gets tired. She's like, Naruto never loses. I'm sure she wants Naruto. That's what I want in these cartoons. It's like the turtles never lost. Shredder always lost, and you would think that after like 2 seasons, Shredder's like, maybe I shouldn't be a villain anymore. I'm not doing so hot at this. I never win. Yeah, something else. Like, but there are a lot of shows like that. You never think. And the other thing that drives me crazy is like with villains, they always want to take over the world. Do you know how much responsibility even owning a house is? Why? would you want to take over an entire planet? You've got different municipalities you got to worry about, mayors, governors, senates. Like, no, you don't want the world. That's crazy. Basically, just hack Bill Gates' money account, or this Alibaba guy. He's worth 10 Bill Gateses. And he's like, have you heard about that guy? It's worth like $236 billion. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. And I just want $1 million. I just want $1 million. That's all I want. But anyway, so next question. Yes, sir. Yeah. No, right there. My friend with the keys. Hardest voice I've ever had to do is probably when I did the game Rage, the video game Rage, because that voice was, I don't even want to do it now because it hurts a lot. It's pushing it way down, it's very gravelly like a creature, and take that voice and yell for 4 hours doing 945 lines. I lost my voice for 10 days. I couldn't even whisper for 10 days. I thought it was over. Oh, go ahead. If Death the Kid played Tetris, there would probably be several bullet holes in the screen. But they'd be symmetrical. Yeah, let's see. Yes. Thank you. Oh, and Barney, when I was Mr. Knickerbocker. Yeah, so Mr. Knickerbocker had never been on screen before. He's always been sung about and talked about, but that was the first time. And so that was a big deal for me because Barney, I grew up with Barney. And so everyone knew Barney. And so when I did Barney, it was like I didn't even audition for that. They called me in to come do that. And so it was a lot of fun to do that and sing the Mr. Knickerbocker song with Barney. And it was cool, but you know, when you meet those Baby Bop and all the lesser dinosaurs, I guess, when they take their heads off, they're middle-aged dwarfs underneath. And so like Baby Bop, when Baby Bop takes her head off, it's like, hey, how you doing? And so it was interesting to see that. And actually, in Fairy Tale, how many people know the character Sugar Boy? That guy was the voice of Barney. Yeah. The guy that's like, hey baby, that guy right here. That guy was the voice of Barney. Yeah, so one time I had to do a voice match for the Pillsbury Doughboy. Let's see, hold on. Let's see, how did it go? I only remember the laugh. Like I couldn't, at the time I nailed it, I had it. It's so hard to remember. It's like, you have these impressions. Like I used to be able to do a really fantastic C-3PO. In fact, I was supposed to be C-3PO in the Star Wars Connect game. I'm in the game, but I was supposed to also be C-3PO. And so they called me because Anthony Daniels, who has been C-3PO for about 40 years, wasn't going to do the game. And so they called me and I sent in my audition and they liked it and they're like, okay, well come on. And so I'm driving to the studio to record it, and I get a phone call and they go, Anthony Daniels will do it. That's when I went to Marble Slab and just give me one of everything. 6 hours later, I wheeled myself out of there and it was Thursday. But anyway, yeah, let's see, another, yes sir. Live action shows. I want to do more. I've done a lot of on-camera stuff, and that's what's so funny is that I love doing it, but I'm just not associated with it. I'd love to do I feel like my genre is like sci-fi. That's where I want to be. Sci-fi or fantasy, I feel like. And so when I did Scream of the Banshee, which was a movie that. Oh, it's funny. So I did Scream of the Banshee, and Lance Henriksen was in that. Lance Henriksen is like the android from Aliens, and he was in Millennium, and he's been in a ton of stuff. He's a voiceover guy in Call of Duty and stuff. And so this is recently. So this is a couple years after Scream of the Banshee was filmed. We're checking in at the airport at LAX, and he's right next to me. He doesn't know I'm there yet. So we're checking in, and he goes up to the front, and the woman behind the counter is like, oh, okay, let me see your ID. You know, she's like, okay, so what do you do? And he's like, well, I'm an actor. Oh, well, what have you been in? And he's like, I've been in about over 250 movies. I've been acting for about 40 years. And so he goes, I was in Aliens, I was in Terminator. And then I go, and he was in a movie with me, actually. And then he looks over and he goes, oh, hey! And so we start talking, he goes, that was the worst movie I've ever done. And I was like, well, we might have needed a couple more days on set, but it was fun. No, it was so funny to hear him. We had a great time on Scream of the Banshee. I loved filming that. It was so fun. The only thing that was spooky about it were the hours, because it was so, you know, when you're on film set, it's so long. You're filming for a long time. Our last day of shooting, we filmed for 19 hours. It was crazy. But we got it done. We got it handled. And for, like, they're supposed to provide, like, catering and stuff like that. Well, it was so many hours that they brought in a huge tub of McDonald's breakfast burritos. like I'm talking like 300 breakfast burritos in this huge tub. And I'm like, well, what are you guys gonna eat then? But no, it was fun. Another question, I've got time for a couple more. In the very, very back. Yes, sir.
First off, I want to mention, if Death the Kid were to ever shoot my screen, I'd kill him. Anyways, let me ask, how long is Haberkorn? I've been out of the loop.
Oh, Haberkorn is, this is its second year, and it's actually not handled by me. It's handled by the guy that runs Anime Vegas. He heads it up because it was like his gift, like a birthday gift for me. Haberkorn's 2 days. It's November 14th and 15th. And we try to do things that no con does. No con's ever done. So that's what we're trying to do, because I think I want to keep it interesting. So yeah, it'll be fun in Dallas. Yeah. Yes. Dan.
Well, you're asking for a rant from Viscount Druitt, and I must say that here in this room, at the present time, when I look at all these lovely speakers, I want to hollow one of them out and put you inside it and take you back with me to LA.
Human trafficking. Oh, for me? Oh my gosh, thank you. These look like bullets, chocolate bullets. Now, did you kill someone, take the bullets out, dip them in chocolate, package them to get rid of the evidence? I don't want to know where those have been. Thank you so much, thank you. You know I'll eat the S out of these. Okay, we're gonna watch one more video. I'm gonna read the last page of this, and then I think we'll be done. Okay, so we found fat cats. Oh, I know what I want to do. I want to show this to you. Fail Army. Let's see what the latest ones are. Our best of the week, September. Okay, let's check it out. The best fails of the week are. Here we go. Yeah. The NFL is a fail of the week. Domestic violence. Nice. NFL, get it together. Jeez. Let's see. Oh! Ooh! Dude. Why does it always sound like a good idea for a second? Oh! No! The dog's so happy still. You gonna pass out? Oh, he's probably drunk. Oh, well.
It's like doing more stuff.
Ah! Ah! Dead.
Where is it?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No! That would, as a parent, that's my biggest fear. Yes. That's what I did to break my nose. That's exactly what I did to break my nose. That's exactly what I did.
I meant to do that.
And if I had watched this when I was a kid, I would have done it. That's why you gotta educate. He hit the doctor. That looks like Eccleston. Oh, this is
Those dives get 10s on the Olympics.
You just killed your parents. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ooh, not even in the water, right next to it. Blood! Oh my God! Oh, I've been there. That's there's a lot of this that goes on there.
We gotta add.
That's right. They do this in LA all the time. They drive in between the cars. Ooh! Well, that one's so bad. But don't do that. That's not good.
Ow.
Oh, God.
Work on your drift, my God.
Uh-oh, no, dumb. Oh, my gosh! Wow! That was pretty good, though, for a while. No more kids for you. Uh-oh, no! Ooh.
Jenny Lynn, take this ring. Jenny Lynn.
Oh, the ring's gone.
Oh my God.
They don't know where it's at. Well, marriage is off.
Sorry.
It's in the robe.
That's...
Come on, Nick! Yeah! Go, Manny!
Oh my God! Oh! Oh! Wow!
That's a wipeout.
That was me on trombone when I used to play trombone. It was pretty bad. Oh no! He stuck it. He stuck it.
The bike is supposed to do that. Not
Oh my gosh! Wow! Hey, you know what? That was pretty impressive though. Don't do that though. Oh my gosh! Wake up! Wake up! The bird's like, what the? Uh-oh. Ooh, no! Uh-oh. Well, if you gotta get to school on time, you gotta... Oh! Why do kids do that? Nope. Oh my God! Oh!
ShinkouCon.
WeRiseMag.com.